The moment you realize that you did everything you could, you talked and explained, demanded attention from the other person, but nothing happens. When you realize that your investment turned into insistence, that you as a person has no importance for the other one, it's time to back down. Sometimes we have to tell ourselves the truth in order for some things to work. Once you stay quiet, still, and wait to see if what you planted is going to work or not. In this case, concerning relationships, maybe it's time to disappear. Stop calling, stop texting, and stop following them on social media platforms or physically. I know it's not easy, and your heart won't certainly convince itself that maybe it has no future, but you need to control your impulses. It's not easy, but it's necessary at this time. It's time to back off. At this point, you'll be able to see if the person knows where to find you but doesn't care about it. If they met your qualities and virtues, but doesn't value it. Allow yourself to stop getting overwhelmed. Give yourself time to see if the person got used to your presence. Find out if this is the reason why you don't see a smile anymore when you show up. You'll notice if they didn't get along with you enough. You'll realize if they always give you doubt instead of assurance. If you have worked together, see if he or she have forgotten how good your company is and still have chosen to live without it. You should be missed for a while. I know it's risky, but you have to be cautious if you're living in illusion. And if you are, you need to have the courage to get rid of it. Life is much more than what your illusions are telling you. There are tons of wonderful people out there searching for somebody just like you. We need to have the courage not to suffer, because you should face the reality and move forward. With this, you'll suffer less. Life goes on while we sit and desiring somebody who's gone. Because while we are checking them on Instagram or WhatsApp, life keeps going on and many interesting things are being left behind. Leave the scene and disappear. Invest in yourself. Change your look and your habits. Hang out with friends and travel alone. Study something new and hold on to God. Try to get to know God and find Him inside your heart. Read new books and watch different movies. If you used to act insecurely, inconveniently, and obsessively, get rid of these aspects. We must always search for self-confidence, because self-love is a key for a good relationship with people. If this person is really into you, if this is only a crisis, if this is only a self-understanding moment, if this is only a pause in order to fix everything when you were looking down on yourself, you'll see, he or she will come after you. Their feelings will connect to yours, and you'll both start walking on the same direction. But if nothing happens, if they don't miss you, have in mind that this is the best thing that could have happened. Because what you thought existed, actually, it doesn't. Do you understand? Don't call them. Don't try to beg them. Don't even try to plead or bargain or negotiate your way into getting back together. I know you are going to miss them publicly or loudly or desperately, and you are going to feel it straight through to the core. But you will be fine in the end. I know you're going to feel lonely and cry for as many nights in a row as it takes. It's going to hurt you, and that's okay. You aren't going to deny yourself the feeling of it, but you will need to put yourself together. Look at all the huge and gaping holes that they left and find ways to fill them in. Start taking a class on the night that was your date night. Redecorate your apartment in that way they never cared for. Plan that trip you always wanted to go on that you never thought you could take by yourself. Fill your life up to the brim with the new and the unexpected, the unconsidered and the brave. Let yourself be a bit out of your element, and it will pay off in the end. Keep pursuing your interests, the ones they introduced you to that still sort of remind you of them. Do your best to grow and expand on, and continue to learn about those interests because they matter to you. Because they're still a part of you, even if it still feels like they half belong to somebody else. Don't deny yourself growth and advancement on the basis of forgetting someone. Allow yourself to integrate all that they meant to you into all you are now. You're going to learn that in time, and you will forget that they were ever your gateway at all. You're going to move on slowly, but love yourself fiercely. You're going to throw yourself into the all-consuming business of becoming yourself, experiencing yourself, and living your life in the way you always wanted to live it long before he or she ever came into the picture. You're going to hustle for success and accomplishment, not because you want them to see you do well, but because you want to see you do well. Because there's a whole world out there that is bigger and bolder and infinitely more enticing than the person who left you. And you know it. Don't be afraid of going for those things you've always wanted. Leave bravely and celebrate loudly. Love yourself boldly and move on quietly. Make them miss you by forgetting that you miss them at all. By getting so caught up in your life without them that they cease to cross your mind until missing them becomes a back burner that you forget to leave on. Because the brightest, the boldest, and the most attractive quality a person can possibly possess is being utterly in love with their lives. Please note that this is how you're going to make them miss you, but it's not how you are going to win them back. They were a chapter of your story once, but then the story went on. There are new characters now, new twists and turns, new rising plot lines that you never needed them to fill in. Missing them was a discarded chapter that you summarized and closed long ago. Their character mattered once, but you have new ones you've yet to develop. Missing you will be the last move their character makes, and then the story will go on without them. Let them miss you. Yes, let them miss you.